Welcome to Concussion Talk Podcast. I'm Nick Mercer. This is day 16 of my bike trip across Canada. Day 16. Medicine Hat, Alberta to Swift Current, Saskatchewan. 163.62 kilometers, plus 37 kilometers with Rex. Biking time, 4 hours and 55 minutes. 1,556.9 kilometers total. A lot of kilometers today, about 200, but frankly, a shitty day. We thought we'd lose an hour at the Saskatchewan border, but we won't until Manitoba, so all things considered, that was awesome. Regardless, we were up at 5 a.m. The wind was howling and we, in quotes, thought it was raining, but really we just didn't want to get up. At the highway about by 6 a.m. and we set a blistering pace early. That wind we heard in the night was at our backs and we put down 100 kilometers well before noon. The road wasn't great though, and Gogi's tire was a bit low on pressure. While inflating it, he snapped the valve stem and was forced to use our only good remaining tube. Early in the afternoon, we were 140 kilometers into the day, and we started musing about going all the way to Moose Jaw, which would have been over 300 kilometers for the day. That would have been an epic day, but considering our pace and how far we were at that point, I think we could have pulled it off. My tires and this highway had other plans, and after yet another flat tire, I was forced to the side of the road and spent over an hour trying to find the leaks in the two already blown tubes I had with me. I thought I had both patched, but they each went flat when I tried them on the bike. Then I got some help from a police officer and a trucker named Randy. They helped me out with the leaky tubes, and that got me 2 kilometers up the road to Gull Lake Esso Station and Diner, where I met up with Gogi and Kinger, who had been waiting for over an hour. We ate dinner at 4 p.m., and when we got back outside to our bikes, I found the tire flat again. We worked on the tube a bit more, and we were on the road by 5:20, knowing that Swift Current would be as far as we'd make it today. Not to mention the enormous pain my seat was causing me. I really got to adjust that because the pain was unbearable. I had to spend a lot of time standing on my pedals because I couldn't put my ass or crotch on the seat for any length of time. My tire lasted 17 kilometers out of Gull Lake, but still 37 kilometers short of our destination. We had no more new tubes, and the patched ones were basically useless, so Kinger and Gogi waited while my bike and I hitched a ride with a passing trucker named Rex. It was a good ride in. Rex was a good guy, and he dropped me right outside the campground. The lady at the camp office saw me come in with my beleaguered bike, listened to me recount the day, and then hooked me up with a ride so I could get tubes at Canadian Tire or Walmart in the morning. When Gogi and Kinger arrived about 30 minutes later, she gave us all ice cream. We did laundry, rested, and played cards in the camp's laundromat. That's where I am right now because it's not especially warm out there. Right now I'm pissed even after ice cream. The plan tomorrow is to get tubes, then head to Moose Jaw. We need tubes, and more tubes. We can't get it going tomorrow until I buy some. I want to put this aggravation behind me and try to get to sleep in a good mood. Looking back 10 years later, this day wasn't necessarily shitty. It was more annoying than anything. When we finally went to our tent, there was another guy on his own short bike trip, telling us about how hilly northern Saskatchewan was, then something about oil companies. But honestly, by that point I wasn't listening. I was tired, angry about the whole day, and more than a little pissed that I had to wake my tired ass up just to buy tubes, which I had already decided were going to leak. Thank you all again for listening. Please check out my website www.concussiontalk.com, my blogs, and my other podcasts, Phoenix Concussion Recovery Podcast and Concussion Talk Podcast. Thanks again, and I hope you listen tomorrow for day 17. As always, music at the beginning of this podcast is by Ben Sound. www.bensound.com.